What's going on, y'all? All right, now we went over the basics of the motorcycle with the spotlight. Now it's time to check this out. That's where we're going to go through all the good stuff, go a little bit more into detail with it, and I figured what a better place to start than up here on this front end with those really neat looking bars, okay? Now these are an interesting set of handlebars, something that I haven't really seen in the industry yet, and I mean I've been doing this for almost 3-4 months now, so I mean I've got a lot of experience. Yeah, but what makes them so unique is they're a fully adjustable set of handlebars, okay? You can see right here that you've got two nuts to be able to actually control the pivot angle, okay, of the handlebar here. And of course you've got your risers, the triple tree clamps up here on the risers, be able to control, you know, the angle as far as how far you want to have it pushed out. Okay, they've got a great custom feel because they're a little bit tight, but the bars sit a little bit wide. Really, really nice setup. Now also while we're here on the front end, you can see you've got a halo up on that LED light, and then let's not overlook the custom dynamic turn signals. Okay, those things work almost as good as a fog light or a passing lamp when you're going down the road. Okay, and they're very, very bright. You can tell because you can barely see me. Now, originally I'd mentioned that this bike had a 114 cubic inch motor on it, okay? Now, this one has got a full Stage 3 performance upgrade, okay? And it was done by one of the top dealerships here in the Central Florida area, okay? So, I mean, it's definitely know that it was done correctly. Now, you see that high flow air filter system there? That's always something that's going to have to be done to be able to retune and recalibrate whenever you do any modifications. You know, got to get more air coming in, and then you're going to team it up with a set of exhaust. The 2-in-1 Bassani here, anytime that you do a 2-in-1 exhaust system, it's going to give you better roll-on power when you're out there on the road. Okay, and plus the 117 cubic inch motor. Okay, guys, we all know what a difference 3 inches is going to make. Get your mind out of the gutter. But what I'm saying here is the 114 cubic inch motor is going to hit you right around 90 horsepower according to the books. This 117, this is going to get you up over that 100 horsepower mark. And boy, you're going to be glad you got a 240 back there for some grip because, buddy, she's going to rip. Now, the new Softail style suspension, okay, the new framework that Harley came out with is absolutely amazing. And one of the best parts of it is a lot of them have got this right here, okay, and what that is a preload recoil type of adjustment. What it's not going to adjust the height of your motorcycle, but what it is going to adjust is the tension level. It's going to adjust how stiff that rear end is. So if you have a passenger, okay, and you're running down the road and you want them to be comfortable, you loosen it up. But if you're out there showing your ass like you're going to be on a 117 cubic inch motor, then you're going to tighten that puppy up and make sure it's got as little bit of play to it as possible. And then what it does is it gives you almost a 90% rigidity improvement over even the old Dynaframe. Absolutely amazing difference in ride quality. When you have a performance piece like this, that's going to be important. Now, whenever I keep mentioning that big 117 Stage 3 motor, okay, I always try and make sure that I mention that 240 rear end tire, okay? Whenever you're pushing that much power, over 100 horsepower with this machine, then you want to make sure that you get that power to the ground, okay? You got enough grip to be able to make sure that it doesn't just break loose on you. And that's where that big 240 rear end is going to come into play. Now, a lot of the times when you put a 240 on a machine, you lose handling, okay? Because the rear end's so big, and a lot of the times you see people do like a 21 or something like that on the front to give a good, you know, difference between it. Contrast is a better way to say it, but with this one, what Harley did is they put a 160 on the front. Okay, that's the fattest front tire they've ever done before, so it really compensates for the big meaty rear end. So a little bit on the back, a little bit on the front, that's going to make it all for a much better ride.